Yeah, g'day fellas. Back into me feminine side again. Hey, listen. So anyway, the utes registered. We're good to go. Catch them yowies. First thing, it's been sitting for a fair while, you know, and hasn't gone anywhere. And what's going on is she's backfiring under load. Now, it's got a shitty little Chinese distributor in it, and just a cheap coil I got off eBay, right? And I'm thinking about I'll get rid of them, and I'll put in an Msd Ignition, and I'll put in an Msd coil, and give us some spark, you know, give us some real bang. Now I'm pretty tight at the moment, so there's a bloke on Facebook who lives probably a couple of streets over. He's got a Msd Ignition, one of them Msd coils, and what else has he got? The full harness and Gilmer drive. So I'm gonna go pay him a visit and see if he'll do them for me for cheap, and come back and we'll chuck them in, eh? Rightio. All right. I'll be back soon. Righto champions, yep, I've got all the stuff I needed. Went and done my shopping. Got it all pretty cheap too. Yep, righto. Okay, so I'll just give you a look at all the stuff that the bloke had for sale, really cheap. So we've got an Msd Ignition. So this is going to run the spark and the ignition and that from now on, so that'll be good. Give it heaps more. A standard one's, you know, standard coil's probably got 50, 60,000 volts. This thing, 120, right? So hang on to your hat. Me and the bloke, we had a bit of a disagreement on the price for the whole lot, but you know, so I didn't get the full 8 spark leads. I only got 4 or 5, so you know, had to cut the deal short somewhere. Right, what else did we get? Okay, so this is the harness for the Msd Ignition. So just plug and play, that'll be good. Alright, so we've got a Master Blaster 3 coil, and we also got an Msd distributor. So, you know, this stuff's worth a fair bit of money, and I got it pretty cheap on Facebook. So, you know, thumbs up to that dude. That'd be really good. Oh yeah, the other thing I'd like, yeah, he chucked this in. He couldn't get rid of it, he reckons. I've got a Gilmer drive for it. So we've got a big belt drive. There's a couple of belts. And as I was leaving, have a go at this. He had one of them Richard Mill watches. You know them fancy watches that all the rich people have? He had one of them too, so not anymore, he doesn't. They've got that pretty cheap too. Okay, legends, we'll get stuck into putting this MSD in, eh? That's right. So yeah, I'll give it some revs before I put it in so you can hear it backfiring and you can see and have a look at this crappy Chinese distributor and like dodgy coil setup I've got. And then yeah, we'll whack this in. It should run really crisp, you know, big spark. It'll go off with a bang, it'll be tough. I might even set the rev limiter down low and then, you know, flat red line it and get it to run on the limiter. So that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, should be a good day for us, eh? All right. Righto, first step, have another UDL. Ooh, a passion fruit, eh? Lovely. Alright. Alrighty, I'll give you a look. Okay, so the shitty Chinese distributor, there's that blue one there. So we're going to replace that. There's that dodgy coil sitting up there. I'm going to get rid of that. Make it look pretty good, you know. So that's the plans. Yep, so that's in there. We're going to get that fella out and put the big MSD in. Make it look pretty good. Righto. So first step, what we're going to do, I want to take all the spark plugs out. Okay, that doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter if we get them in the wrong mixture at the moment, because we're going to replace the whole lot, you know. So the reason why I want all of them out is I want to be able to spin the motor to find top dead center. Oh, shit, I better start him up and give you some revs, eh? So you can hear it backfire and shit and how it runs. I'll do that. Right, I can stay there. She actually doesn't run too nice when she's idling. The engine is cold, but even still, it's got a bit of a mess going on. I'm not real big on diagnosing V8s with the ignition side though. You have to have a keen ear for it. I don't have that. I've more so played around with 6 cylinders and 4 cylinder ones. But see if I can get it to backfire for you. Yeah, you see, so she runs pretty shit. Yet again, it is cold, but even still, it'll do that backfire and stuff while you're at the lights or going around a roundabout, you know, and that's not cool. That's why I want to get this MSD put in, and yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, so first step, what I'm thinking is, we'll do the dizzy. do the dizzy and the coil, get that side done, and then we'll put the I'll mount the big Msd Ignition somewhere, and then we'll run the harness and put power to it. So that'll be cool. So I'm just cracking all four, and I'll just wind them out. Might be due for a new set of plugs too. Now with the spark plugs, I'm going to put them in order, in the order that they come out. So see the plug, there's plenty of meat left on it. See, like the electrode that comes out of the plug, and then you got that like an earth ground that comes over the top. So there's a pretty big gap though, but maybe these 308s are like that. I don't know, you have to be a Repco man to tell you, you know, what it's supposed to have. But anyway, I'll put that at the front because I want to put them back in the same order. Some real guru mechanics can tell you too, like if it's been fouling up or if it's been running too hot. I think the white means it's been running too hot, so yeah. Okay. Oh, see, look at like the electrode on that one. That's got heaps more than the last one. So yeah, it might be due for plugs. A little bit more. I don't know if you can see the difference there. Not a whole lot, but it is funny though. They would have been both put in at the same time. Why is one burning more spark than the other? Very strange. That's the sort of shit that proper engine gurus get into looking at that. Yeah, so I'm taking all these plugs out, so then there'll be no compression in the engine, so I'll be able to turn it over by hand, and we'll get it in top dead center, and then we can pull the dizzy out. That's my plan there. So this is the fourth one back. See how that one's fouled up? Like it's sort of wet looking, almost wet looking. I would say that this one has not been firing, so that's probably the one that's had the miss. You know, and it's probably had the miss because of this crappy distributor and all the leads are no good. I think what happened was years ago when I first got the Ute, I didn't have a lot of money back then, and the dizzy that was in it died, so the only one I could afford was a cheap Chinese one, you know, off eBay. I think that's what happened there. But now I can afford the big MSD. Thank you. Fuck, put that in Tarzan. What the fuck? What's going on there? What? Okay. we've got going on there is the bracket that holds the spark plug's gotten in the way. Can't get it all the way on. A bit 14. Skinny wall bastard, eh? Fuck. See? Yeah, see? There you go, she's a bit wet too. Not too bad though. It's got the white marks on it like it's been burning, I guess. I'm pretty sure that's what it means, the white marks. It means that they're burnt. Okay, so that was the third one along. Still got them in the line. Undo the coil now. This is another just cheap one that I got off eBay. Cheap Chinese shit. Okay, so how the coil works is, see how there's the two wires that come from there? So what happens is, that red wire, so that's obviously, that's my ignition power from the car, so from the key switch, this one here, and that shares the positive power, the red, on the coil. And so what happens is, the coil's sitting there with the ignition power on it, and then it gets a signal from the distributor when to fire. So there's a little pickup in the distributor that goes now, 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 and that sends an earth pulse to the negative side of this coil, and then every time it gets that earth pulse, because this is charged up with the positive ignition power, what happens is, as soon as it gets that signal, bang, it releases all of the power, the charged up power, through the coil, and that's where the spark comes from. Pretty simple. Yeah, okay, so we'll keep that over there. It's my ignition power. Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Imagine I'm out there in the bush and then bang, come across a tribe of yowies, a big family, and I seen this movie on YouTube where like a young one got run over and then the big dad was chasing after him and trying to kill him, and yeah, fuck that. There's no way I'm letting that happen to me by, you know, running away from a yowie, having backfiring and all that crap. Just not happening. So I'm gonna get her running good so we can get the fuck away from it. Cool. That's her, see? Speedmaster, yeah. Straight off eBay, cool. Okay, coils out. We'll go and take them other spark plugs out. Alright. Bit cleaner over this side. Alright. Alright. Yeah, see, check that one out. See, that probably looks normal, see? Doesn't have the white marks. Got a little bit of discoloration, but I think that's normal. It is a little bit fouled up, but that might be because how it's running. Like, you might be running rich, the carby might be tuned wrong. I don't really know how to tune them that good. I just listen to like the notes, so I'll just go with that. But yeah, she's fouled up big time. Look at all the soot all over it. That's what's going on there. You know, and so here's the thing, when I put this big coil in, this big MSD, that might fix the problem of why it's not, why it's sooting up. And look at that, you can see the white discoloration on the, like the center part there, that actually looks after the electrode in the center. I don't know if you can see that, but what are these anyway? Champion, yeah, see, I was pretty, I didn't have much money back then. Cheap ones. Right. Yeah, same sort of thing. See, like there's plenty of meat left on the actual electrode by the looks, but they're just fouling up. And I'd say that's because of that cheap Chinese shitty distributor. Right. Okay. That's all of them done. Okay, right. So yeah, the next thing we're going to do is, that's down the front at the harmonic balancer. So because all the spark plugs are out, I should be able to turn the nut on the front of that balancer now, and the whole engine will turn over real easy. Okay, so what I want to do is, there'll be a line on this harmonic balancer, and I want it to line up with there. See the lines there? They're the timing marks. This thing here. So that big one, there should be one. I don't know if you can see it. There's a big long one. Right, so see the long one there up in the timing marks, so that's top dead 0, top dead. Where is he? There, you can see that longer one there just under the belt. So I'm going to turn that harmonic balancer now and try and get them to line up. Okay, actually a bit tight. The fucking lever bar on it. Oh, fucking hell, she's tight. Where the fuck's this fucking marker? Right, I might have to take the fucking fan off, eh?
Yep.
Righto. So yeah, the next thing I'm going to do is pull that fan off, and to do that, might as well pull all the pulleys off and look at putting that Gilmer set on. Same gone. Oh. Fuck it, there you go. Got some plough, mate.
Eventually that should be easy. We can't all be made with patience. Thank God we are in Toyota.
So what do you got? Can you check us a 13mm spanner, please? Bottom drawer, I think. The blue toolbox. Everything's meant to be broken. Get it. We got no drinks left. What are you saying?
I'm ready.
Oh, yep. Pizza and a nap, eh?
Oh, that's right. Yep. That's what I'm hearing. My exact thoughts. Peace out of that. So yeah, this fan, it's got 4 bolts in the front of it. So I need to get this fan out of the way because it is in the way of the bolt that's on the harmonic balancer. I thought I might as well just pull it off and see how we go putting the Gilmer set on. Have a crack at that. Like your feet went to work. No, yeah, that'll be a moment maybe. Just doing it.
Can we have quiet on set, please?
Huh?
Can we have quiet on set, please?
Anyway. Alright.
You can go off it. You going off, can you?
She seems like a kid.
Camera go. Fucking terrible job this is.
Then I get to leave them.
Pete in the car, you ready? No, the fella. How much pizza you get?
Oh, that's good. 2 vegan, 2 meat.
Hey, buddy. Yeah?
Where's what? Still or?
Yeah, wherever.
There's good, mate. How's Pete going?
He's paying.
Oh, is he? Does he normally run amok there, does he?
Nah. He's fine, he's fine.
Very well.
Still learning. He wants to learn till and all that. Oh, well, that was good.
Oh, yep.
So we're getting him slowly onto that. But he's getting there.
So you got him under your wing, eh?
Yeah, we're getting there. There's that one boy I just dropped on the floor.
Oh, you're right, man. I'll chuck him down there. Where'd you put him?
Stay.
Cool. All right.
Easy.
Legend, eh? Thank you.
Righty, cracking.
Tell Peter said hello.
Yeah, I hope they're good pieces. That's what you want to tell him.
What's that?
You want to tell him that I hope they're good pieces.
Well, did he tell you that that me last order that me chicken wings were fucked up?
Oh, no.
He didn't tell you about that? I ordered you know the big 24 pack of chicken, man?
Yeah.
And the chick on the phone that I spoke to, I don't know if she was all there in her head. I said to her, just the normal, original, like traditional
Traditional wings.
chicken wings, you know? And she sent the ones that were like bald, like had nothing on them, just sauce. You know what I mean?
You're wanting the orange ones.
Yeah, you know the normal ones I get with the like the seasoning on it?
They're
Like they're a bit crunchy.
seasoned wings.
Seasoned wings.
They're orange ones.
Yeah.
They're seasoned wings. Traditional, that's like skin ball ones.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's alright, it happens.
Okay. Yeah, well I just meant the original ones that I always buy. That's all.
Yeah. Say original, you get traditional.
Yeah. Okay. So what are the ones I want called?
Seasoned.
Seasoned. Right.
Seasoned wings.
Bring some more. I think next time you come.
Well, sometimes they'll be working there, sometimes you can throw something free in. Sometimes, as long as the bosses are there, you can have something.
Yeah. Cool.
Probably big service, give them a little nudge, they probably let someone on, like me or Bryce is on.
Yeah. Cool.
We'll just get to go.
All right, mate. Well, I won't kiss and tell.
Alright, too easy.
See you, bud.
Tell him we'll say the vegetarian one.
Alright. So that's the water pump. Get the water pump boys off. Okay. So one of the tricks, see I can't find the marker on the harmonic balancer, but see it's a bit easier now with the fan going. Now I'm pretty sure a bit of tire shine, you get that on there, mate. You can get the tire shine on there when it comes off. I'm pretty sure that's how we found it. Found the mark. Although it might be right round. Yeah, what's this? Got the mark there, is it? Yep. Okay, I got the mark here. Righto, so that's top dead there. Bang on. Now I just need to see. I wonder which side is number one. Maybe this side. Focus. There she is. So I just lined that, see the white line there, lined that up. It's probably a little bit forward. So that's the harmonic balancer lined up with the top dead center mark. Okay, and then the little notches, that's how you advance. That's how you advance your timing and get the right settings for that. Righto. Now I'm just gonna check and see if this is righto. Okay, so I just checked online, and the number one cylinder, so the first one in the firing order is this one here. So the passenger's front. So what I'm going to do, to save me pulling off the rocker cover and finding out like when it's on top dead and not the exhaust stroke, what I'm going to do is pull this shit out of the way. Right. Now, these four leads here, I think the longest one is going to be the one that went to number one. So that one. Okay, so that one there. If we pull this dizzy cap off and the rotor's pointed here, then that should be top dead. Otherwise it'll be 180 out. Which is 180 out. Okay, so all that means is, see how what I did there? So that one there is going to number one. Hope you can see that. Yeah, so what's going on is number one spark lead goes to this position on the rotor cap, right? You see the rotor's pointing the opposite way. So that means that the engine is 180 degrees in the wrong rotation. So that's all right. What we'll do, take note of where the rotor's pointing to the back of the ute. Sit this back on. Just dumb it on. This is cheap Chinese shit. Alright, I'll just set that there for now. Righto, so what that means is that little white mark there has got to spin around the engine a whole nother 180. So, well no, that would be 360, wouldn't it? Anyway, so the engine's got to do two cycles to do a full rotation. So we're halfway out, so we've just got to spin it around once. So the next time that white line comes on, we'll be done. Yeah, they got your cokes here, eh?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I think, yeah.
Got your drinks for you.
Thank you, mate.
All good. Have fun.
Alright, see ya. Here she is again. Okay. Alright, so that's top dead. And 'cause 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 'c
back to the dizzy. It was this one here, so it's got to be pointing there. Yep, somewhat. Cool. So that's top dead there. Okay, so what we believe is that number one lead should be that one. Okay, and so the dizzy's sort of pointing to it. Well, I was pointing to that. Just pointing to this one on the front here. Let's the fucking go. Better check the internet again. Online it said this one here was number one. Probably why I was running like shit. Hold and fixture. Show all images for 253 firing order. Righto. So online, see it's got here. So there's the dizzy at the back of the engine. And it tells you there, number one there, bang. Right in front, or passenger side front there. That's what I'm looking at. We're also on this side. I bet you I had the dizzy set up in the wrong spot, and that's why the fucking thing ran like shit and backfired. Betcha. Good chance of it. So, oh well. This should be way better then. Might have a bit more go, eh? Righto. Yeah, these fucking V8s, the old shit boxes. I've always had drama doing these. They're getting the firing order right in them. It looks like I possibly have the banks crossed over, but that could be the case because when I looked online, a 304, which is out of a VN, its number one's on the other side, and the 308s and 253s, it's on this side. So I could be wrong there. I don't know. So I'll just have another go, I suppose. I was pretty young when I was fucking around with this, and I never ever done it before. It was before my time. One of them situations where I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, cool. Oh, well. Can't be that hard. Cool. Right, so we'll get this shit out of the way. I need that. Alright. So that one sort of looks like I had that pointed over here. I don't know, these things are shit. Get that out of the way and we'll just start again with the MSD. What are you cranky for, old wasp? No ratchet spanner on the fucking thing, what the fuck? Fucking shitbox, should have a Toyota engine really. Fucking dirty old Holden. Three-inch bolt in every fucking hole too. What the fuck?
Chinese shit. Do not get a Chinese distributor. They're fucking shit. I can't get my fat little fingers in the way. Jesus. Here we go. Got her up. Yep. Slide this fella out. See that? That is crap. Absolute rubbish. Chinese garbage. Oh yeah, a little buzz boxing.
Yeah.
Oh yep. Righto. This is just oil. Just want to clean the shit out of here because they leak oil sometimes, you know. Piss out fucking oil from the dizzy hole. That's obviously what's been happening, isn't it? Can you pass me a little screwdriver out of that thing, please? A little flathead. Oh, gasket stuck to the fucking thing now. In that blue toolbox. Just a little flathead. Thank you. Righto. See this gasket around the fucking dizzy hole? If you're doing this and you drop any of that little gasket down the hole, don't stress, because these have an absolutely great oil system and the oil filter will pick it up. I'm only joking, try not to drop any down there. This fucking shit box will probably blow up. Look at that, clean as a whistle. We might actually have this thing fucking sealed for once. That'll be good.
pretty good. Take that right out. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is drop in the new Dizzy, but I'll check online. I don't know where my fucking timing order come from before. I've got no idea, but or maybe someone's played around with it, I don't know, but someone could have done it while I was in jail. But what I will do is check online and I'll just start again, you know. Number one's on top dead. 253. Get that Dizzy. Alright, so I just had a look online, right? If I type in 253 firing order, literally the first thing that comes up is it gives you that description, right? But it says VN, Holden VN V8, and it's on the opposite side. So that's what would have happened. I would have got them confused last time. But if we go Holden 253 firing order, this, still again, the first one that comes up is Holden 304. So you got to be careful what you're looking at. But I think that might be it. Fucking hell. I hope so, anyway. What else we got? And go back to just 253 firing order, forget about the Holden. The fuck? Does not really help you that much. 308 firing order. Yeah, well 308 says it's the other side. What the fuck? Righto. Alright, I've got to do some investigation here and then we'll get back to it. Cool. Righto. So I cannot find the fucking firing order anywhere for this thing. Look all over the internet. I've got dickheads all over forums giving me left, right, good night answers. Yeah, they're just shit. Now, one thing one of my old bosses did tell me though, and he was a bit of a guru, he said the number one cylinder is always on the head that's on the, towards the front of the car, because the heads aren't always aligned. So yeah, one's always going to be in front of the other. So I just got to find out which way it is. And to be honest, it looks like that's the driver's side. So I might have been right before. I don't know. This is fucked. All right. So every internet site on the internet could not find the answer, but then you get on YouTube, bang. So the driver's side front is number one. Okay. So what I'm going to do is to find out if that's top dead center on the compression stroke, I'm going to put my finger over the spark plug hole, and then when I wind it up, there should be pressure on my finger. If it's the exhaust stroke, which would mean it's 180 out, then there won't be any compression on my finger. It'll just bypass out the exhaust valve. So this is going to be how we check. Okay, so what I'm going to do to find top dead center. So yeah, number one is driver's side front. That's number one. Yeah, what I'm going to do is, this is number one. I just want to find out that if it's on the compression stroke, which is where it's got to be, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my finger over the hole, over the sparkle plug hole, and I'm going to turn the engine over. And what's going to happen is it's either going to be on the exhaust stroke or compression stroke. And what happens there is if it's on the exhaust stroke, which is 180 out, that means I won't get any pressure on my finger. It'll just go out the exhaust valve. But if I have pressure on my finger, then that means we're on top dead center. Better ratchet than this. Like that. Shit. So there's the white mark there, okay? So white mark's coming up. I'm going to do this. And put pressure over the hole and the spark will go. Like nothing. Okay, so there was no compression then on my thumb whatsoever. Alright, so we're going to keep going. Should see a white sign against it. There's the white sign there, okay? So thumb over the spark plug hole. There it is, compression. Fighting against me. Okay. And it looks like it's about on top dead. A little more. Bang. It looks spot on. Okay, so now we know number one, got the compression blowing out. Cool. Now we just got to locate where we're going to put the dizzy and we'll be sweet. Righto, so
fuck, that was hard out on this job, tell you what. Oh shit. Alright. Okay, so what I found is the firing order for a 253, 1278 4563. Okay, and all the odds are up the driver's side and all the evens are on the passenger's side. Okay, so it's 1357 on this side, and on the other side 2468. Okay, and so the dude who did this, okay, yeah, so the dude who did it, he had the rotor button facing towards the like steering wheel. Okay, so we're gonna go with that. That doesn't say shit. So apparently some of them have they'll have like number 1 written on the top of the rotor cap. But ours definitely does not. A bit of contact cleaner. This thing's been sitting on the shed for ages. Good clean. Where's that flathead going? Righto. Yeah, I'm just cleaning the surface of the dizzy. That can of spray, that's contact cleaner. So all good for electrical devices, that sort of shit. Alright. Cool. You're right. Okay, I'll set this up for you. Right. Righto, first thing I want to drop down here is this gasket. Boom. Okay. Now I want to spin the rotor, so, well, you know what? I might lube up these gears actually before I put them in. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to drop this dizzy in. Got that gasket sitting in there. Now, I don't have probably any gear oil, but what I do have is this adhesive lubricant, right, for chains. This will be fine. This will stick to it until the oil washes it off.
Okay. So she's got lube on it. It sort of smells like gear oil anyway, so shouldn't be an issue. Alright, now I want my wires at the back, straight back, and this has got to be pointed at my steering wheel pretty much. Now when I drop it in, it should move, see how it moved? Okay, so we need to reset it. Come back this way, and when it slides in, boom. So that's pretty much on my steering wheel there. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Something like that, I believe. Are there any markings on it? Let's say number 1, no. Yeah, see how it works is, see the blue, so that's like an electromagnet, okay, and every time the metal square goes past it, it generates a pulse, right, and that sends a signal out to the coil to tell it to fire. So bang, 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 like that. That's how it works. Pretty simple. So yeah, I'll set that back up here. I want that at the back. Okay, that's pointed at the driver's wheel, so yep, good. And then what happens is you adjust the timing. You move it like this, see? And so you adjust that. And so you get your advanced. And you want to set it up to go a bit faster. I don't know too much about that. I need to talk to an engine builder to find out what it needs to be set at. Okay. Right. So that's in. Where's that fucking... Okay, so this just locks it into one spot. A bit rough. Dirt and shit all over the bolt. Is that a rough life, this old cruiser? Forward in. fucking bitch to line up. Okay, so when the little locating tab's on, just nip it up. Sometimes you can start them and run them and they'll move because that gear's spinning down in the motor. Not super tight, just enough to nip it. Alright. Now the cap and the leads. Goes on something like that. So this button here is facing that one. Oh yeah, someone's already put a white mark there, so that's good. That's what we're working with. Alright. Cool. Doesn't that look good? So much better than that old shit box. Okay. We got that on. Now we'll do some leads. Okay, so next job we're going to put all these spark leads up. So these blue ones, look, I know you all think I went and bashed them and took all their shit, but that's not the truth. I already had this stuff. Bought it years ago. I've got a good feeling that these blue ones might have been leftover ones or had something to do with when I first bought it. So I'm going to leave them out. They've been used. Now the ones that I did replace them with, these are all Repco brands. And I don't know if you know this, but Repco is actually a really good brand. So I'm going to run them for a bit. They should be pretty good. Wire cable too. Yeah, that's why I would have bought them. You get better spark out of a wire cable than you do. I think the other one's graphite or some shit like that. Made of lead. They're no good. Cool. Alright, yeah, so we're going to do these. Actually, first we're going to put in the spark plugs. Just going to drop number one in, number one spark plug. Fuck, tell you what, this job's pretty big. Okay. So this would be number 3. So number 1, number 3, number 5, number 7, all down the one bank. Look at that shit all up the front there. Grease and shit. on here?
Legends. So yeah, I just had to go empty the SD card because memory was full doing the videos. Okay, so while the data was transferring, I just put the coil up there. So that's where I got him. And it's going to run to the dizzy there. Should look pretty good. Right, and go back into putting the spark plugs in there. Fuck's going on here? Right. You know those gaps that I was talking about with these? There's a good chance that I was fucking around like opening them up. You know, a long time ago when I was a young dickhead. So I don't think it'll hurt the MSD, but I'll order a new set this week. Fuck's going on here? This one's giving me that much grief. Oh, shit. Cunt broke off. Fuck's sake. Shit. The fuck did that happen? Fuck.
mind on other things, I think. Thinking about other shit. Just want to nip them. Put that exhaust bolt back in. That held the dipstick. Some big log kind of a thing. I snapped a spark plug.
Is that recording?
Yeah. Haven't got any fucking oil. Fuck all. Fucking black oil. Needs a filter. Righto. So we've got this side on anyway. Now the firing order was 1, 2, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 3. Okay. Alright. So if you want to have a look, you should actually have a look into these what are they, like wire cable leads. So there's pretty much no resistance in them. So these they'll give out a bigger spark, but they'll also burn out. If you've got shitty coils, they'll burn them out pretty quick. Yeah. Okay. So we're doing number 1. So what I'm going to do is find the longest one. It'll be that one. Take him off. Because the first one we're doing is number 1, right? And so obviously number 1 is the furthest one. It's the first cylinder on the front here. So it's going to take the longest lead. Fuck, I don't want these kind of super glued, you know what? Different sort of fucking lead, they'll be right. Alright, so luckily on this old Dizzy that I bought, someone's put a white dot on the one that should be number 1. so I'm running with that. So these are going to be shit until I change them, but it doesn't matter, they're going to work. Alright, number 1. Now it was number 1, number 2. 2's over there. So this thing spins clockwise as well. So 1, 2, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 3. Okay, so 3 is going to be this next one here, because we got 1, 3, 5, 7. And the shorter ones will be good. Just popping the old leads off. Great. Probably on there for 3. Fuck. Because these aren't the proper leads for it. Not going on, but I'll make it work. Okay, so now number 5, I've snapped that fucking spark plug. Spewing about that. Good Friday. Not so good. So what have we got? 1, 2, 7, 8. Must be 4, 5, 6, 3. So this one here is 5. 1, 2, 7, 8, 4, 5. Okay, so the one facing forward. It's going to be a pretty short one. This one here. So the one facing forward is going to be number 5. I'm going to see if I can try and just get, you know, dodge it up just so it runs. See what I can do. See what's going on is these old ones that I've ordered, they've got a male fitting in there, and I'm trying to put it onto a male dizzy cap, so it's not working, but I can dodge it up and it'll work. There we go. He's on. Now I'm going to leave that one over here first, because I'm going to try and fix that. Okay, now the last one's number 7. 1, 2, 7, 8. So this fella here. Shortest one we got. That one. These are like suction cupping on there, so I'll just put the screwdriver up there, get a bit of air in, and off she goes. So what did we figure out? 1, 2, 7, 8. So this fella here. These look so shit. When they unscrew. Righto. Now the left hand side. So this will be all evens now. So we've got 2, 4, 6, and 8. That's what I'm thinking.
So that one pointed to the steering wheel, number 1, the next one's number 2. Okay, so that needs to be the next long one. This one here. So that one facing straight back. Oh, yep, so that's going to go into spark plug number 1, or the front one, which will be actually number 2. Right, let's plug that first lead on. So this will be number 6 spark plug going in. Number 8. They're all in and tight. That's on. Righto. So it was 1, 2, 7, 8. Okay, so he's number 8, which is a short one. Is it back? Shortest lead. rates on. So 1, 2, 7, 8. Must have been 6, 5. Oh no, 4, 5, 6, 3. So 1, 2, 7, 8. Oh no. Yeah, 7, 8. 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 3. Okay, so 4 then 6. Cool. Alright, so 6 is going to be the one that's just shorter. Just doing this dodgy shit just to get her going. 4, 5, 6, 3, I believe. Yep, 4, 5, 6, 3. I put it written down here. So there's going to be the second one in here. Because we've got 2, 4, 6, and 8. That there. So the last one's going to be 6, and then the coil. Bags of wheat, mate. We're sweet. Cool, clicked on. Okay. There we go. Zip tie them up there. Cool, so there we go. Now last one in. Coil. Righto, tell you what, it's been one hell of a fucking job. Yet again, going all day. Yeah, so when it comes to looking for the firing order, you can either get it here, I guess, or yeah, YouTube it. Don't Google it, because I Googled it and yeah, nothing but idiots on Google. Cool. So this side's done. I know that all that looks pretty shit, but it's on there just for now, just to get it going, and then I'll order some proper stuff during the week. Alright. Alright, so next step we're going to do is I need to hook up the ignition power to the coil, and we've got to hook up the ignition system, the big Msd. I'm going to put that inside the car. So this goes onto the coil, and these ones here, they hook up to that ignition module. Fuck, he is going to go. I don't know how that spark plug's going to go. It fell to bits when I was doing it up, but to just see, I suppose.
Alright, so we had I was looking around for a few good spots to put this ignition. I sort of liked it in the centre there near the gear stick, but sort of in the way, so I'm thinking I'm going to put it up here and then run the harness through the firewall. Bang, look at that. Looks fucking smick. And whoever gets in the car, they're going to see straight away, boom, yeah, she's got a big MSD, and that is cool. Alright, so just got to figure out how to mount this, and we're on. Right, so I just sort of seen that in there, like, see I was going to have it somewhere here, you know, but it's sort of in the way, you know, if you get in there with your bag or something, put your bag there, it's going to hit it. Or you might kick your feet up there one day and, you know, I don't want anything hitting it. In here was like a pretty good idea. I just don't know how it's going to go getting hot with the engine being there, so I think I'll skip that. And then I found this one here. I don't really use the glove box for much, but I think it would be pretty cool to have it hidden as well. You know what I mean? Like that looks pretty cool. Hidden up in the glove box. Still plenty of room. Yeah, I really like that. And it's in a cool spot. It's not going to be around, you know, the engine bay temperature and water too, you know, like the higher it is, the better. So I really like that idea. That's a good spot. So I reckon we're going to work with that. Right, so what they give you in the kit, they give you these 4 little sort of mounts. So it doesn't go like that. Maybe you drill a hole and then poke it through it. It's fucking weird. And that's too short. What else we got? So, oh yeah, look at that. So that's where the rev limiter is too. So you just take this little clip off. Fucking get it. Bang, look. And so you just switch up them dials. Boom. And then you got a limiter. So do not use this device with solid core spark plug wire. Well, that's what we got, so fuck. Might blow it up. Okay, I'll have to see what I've got about this. Alright, so I've got that MSD sitting up there in the glove box. I'm not going to mount it in there yet. I'm just going to feed this up. Just going to let it sit there for a bit. Try to get out of your way. Alright, so I've got that harness sort of just coming up here. What I'm going to do, plug him in. Alright, that machine's in. And what was that shit? Fucking shit that I need to fix. Great. Shit like that. At the moment, it doesn't really matter. I just want it sitting up there because a lot of stuff needs to change in the ute. So just want to get him up in here. Right. Right. So all that shit is from when this thing used to be a diesel. Using a glow solenoid or something. Righto. Now, by the looks of this shit, that will go onto the coil. That's ignition power. And that goes on to, where are you? That goes onto the dizzy. And battery leads. Cool. It's an easy job. Now these two go onto the coil there. Come around for that. Okay, positive on the bottom. So I'm assuming orange here is going to be the positive. And the negative here. So you know would be to go. I'm going to feed them up in between the bracket for them, so it looks pretty neat. Alright. Coil's hooked up. I think the go might be, I'll do the same thing, I'll bring it up in between the coil bracket and come down. Looks really neat then. Under that. Okay, so the dizzy's plugged in.
Okay, and then that just needs ignition, which is there. Okay, all that's left is just that wire's got to go into an ignition wire, so that's pretty good, which is there, but I'm trying to make it better. Cool. Should we go to fire up in a minute? Righto, champions. So what did I do just then? So there was a little bit of this that I left out because I did another hidden immobiliser in the ute, so I didn't want you to know where it was. Yeah, because we're doing the ignition, it's easy for you to put a switch somewhere that you can hide, and yeah, the car won't start for anyone, only you. All right, so what's left? I just got to put that fan back in, and that's pretty much it. Everything's wired up. I've hooked it up to the, this is the, what's that fucking thing called? The ignition control. It's now hooked up to the battery, and I've hooked it up to the ignition, but I've hidden a switch somewhere, so yeah. Okay. So yeah, fan, and that's really it. So let's do that. Righto. Yeah, anyway, so I ended up doing a fair bit of work into the night last night. And yeah, got over it. So we're going to finish her off today. So, okay, yeah, so I pulled the Gilmer drive off. I pulled all the fan off, and I pulled the harmonic balancer pulleys off because I wanted to see if I could put that Gilmer on, but I can't do it yet because I don't have the power steering pulley. Okay, so I'm going to get that later and I'll sort that out. But for now, as far as the MSD, yeah, so it's pretty well all wired up. Now there's two sections of it. There's a section of it where the harness from the ignition module goes to the battery, right? I didn't want to show you that because I've done another hidden immobilizer trick there, so the car won't start for, you know, anyone. And also there's a wire that goes from the ignition module to the key, right? And I've also put a switch in there too, so the chute's like pretty well unstealable. Okay, so yeah, I didn't want to show you that and put it on YouTube. That'd defeat the purpose. Okay, but if you want to do it yourself, that's all you got to do. You just put a little switch in and then hide it somewhere. Ooh. Knocking back some of these pure blondes today. They're all right. You get used to them, you know. It's Easter Saturday. We're going to get on the prawns. They're just coming. Oh yeah, prawns are in now actually. Yeah, mad. All right, fellas. Yeah. So what? I ran down to Super Cheap, got myself a timing light. So we're going to set the timing up, and I also just got one cheap spark plug to replace that one I broke. So yeah, I'm just going to get it going. I'll leave the pulleys off, and I'll sort out this little one that's for the power steering. That's right. Yeah, so then we'll do another episode on that, I suppose. Well, I won't worry about it. They're pretty simple. There's a couple of bolts, and you just put a Gilmer on. Yeah, cool. I'm going to get stuck into some prawns, eh? Happy Easter. Yeah, righto. So the prawns are frozen, eh? So I've got to wait. And yeah, that spark plug's fucked. It's still the wrong leads. Yeah, when I went to Super Cheap, they didn't have any other ones, so they had to order them in. So what I'm going to do is I'll just use these ones for now, and then I'll get, you know, a real good. Maybe I might have to get the MSD set, the actual set to go with them. Brand new. They look the same too. To them old spark plugs I put in it, I wouldn't have done them that long ago. It's just that I would have got the cheap set. So pain in the ass, this fucking plug. Oh. I just want to nip him. Right, cool. This one here. Number 5. Righto. So yeah, the next step we're just going to do the timing. So I don't know if you've ever used the timing like before, but all it is, it's just a positive and a negative, and then you put the pickup, which is this. So this picks up a signal from the spark, out of the spark lead for the number 1 cylinder. Because remember how we set the timing up for the number 1 cylinder? So that's how it works. So I'll do that now, and then we're going to look at that little timing mark on the harmonic balancer. I'm going to see what the thing's reading. So I set it up at 0, right? But you need to have the timing set and a little bit advanced for it to run. So yeah, all right, we'll go with that. Feeling them fucking prawns were frozen, eh? I was keen for that. Real keen, you know. Righto. So yeah, this here, that's the little pickup, right? So that goes onto number 1 spark lead. So just clip it on. It should give you a direction. Oh yeah. See the direction? Oh, you can't see it. There's a direction marker on there, so the spark goes to the spark plug, you know, from dizzy to the plug. I'll chuck that on. Now, I'm just going to put that on the back of the alternator and then just put that to the earth somewhere. Maybe on the alternator as well. Right, and then yeah, I'll point it at the timing mark and we'll see what we got. Okay, so down here somewhere. There we go. Oh yeah, so I should say, what happens is, so I point the gun at the timing mark, right? And then hold the trigger, and what happens is this a flash will come out of here, it'll hit that harmonic balancer and it'll light up where that little white mark was. Okay, so all I do is crank it and then hold this trigger on. So check this out and see what we got. So on the timing markers, that white one you can see there, that's 0. Okay, and then so the lower numbers, that's advanced. So what we want the setting on the harmonic balancer to be in the advanced position. Okay, I don't know if I can reach this. Hang on, I'll have to get someone to crank it. You know, like try and start it for me when I say. Okay, so the gun's pointed at it. Here we go. Yep, crank him up. So what we're doing now, I'm just going to loosen off the bolt that holds the dizzy in. 14. Damn. Bolt. Okay, and so then what happens is all I do is I twist, I rotate this, and that'll move the position of where the spark's coming out. Okay, we'll go back here. See? counterclockwise, not by far. Okay, let's see what that is. Okay, so that's nearly a top dead there now. You can see it. Yeah, okay, so we'll keep going counterclockwise. Okay, so each one of them little notches is 2 degrees. Okay, so that's probably at 2 degrees advanced now. I think, pretty sure V8's going to be around 8 degrees. Okay? So I'm going to spin it a little bit further. Okay, that's probably about right there. Well, that's it. Probably pretty ugly to see. Bang, see that? What marker? Right there, that. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. That sounds pretty good. Tighten that back up. We'll just check that now. Way too fast. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's good. That's about where you want it. So the camera's on close. So you can see this. Cool. Right, yeah, so the timing's set. We got the new spark plug in. We did do leads. Yeah, we'll sort the Gilmer drive out later. I'm going to go and have some prawns and a couple more beers. Swimming in my sister's pool. But yeah, cool. This is a little video to show you what I've been up to, and actually, I'll give her a few revs, eh? We'll see if it starts to sound a bit like it's a bit more on song. So that'll be cool. You can enjoy this. Fuck yeah, and that's cold too. Yeah, so much more responsive, you know. That'll be good. When the water pump's on there, you know, when I've got all the belts spinning, then I'll really open it up, you know. We'll go down the beach, something, do some donuts. That'll be right. Yeah, cool. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later, eh? Hooroo.